Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We're taking a quick look at LRC. Just before we do, we usually look at Bitcoin, kind of get a baseline of the market, kind of see what's going on there. So we'll take a quick peek at that first. And once more, I always hope that you're having an amazing day. One thing taking a look here, though, the important thing is, of course, the simple moving average, right, on the 4-hour chart. The 50 days trying to work as a support level. We'll see here soon if that can hold, but we're back above the 50 for the moment, so that will likely continue to push the price up slowly throughout the weekend. Okay, so that's the hope. We'll see what happens here soon, but Bitcoin's basically consolidating between 63 and 65,000. Completely normal considering how much we lost in Bitcoin, almost 10% in just 3 trading hours, right? So, it's decent recovery, all things considered. So let's take a quick look here at LRC. Oh, and before we do, not a financial advisor, of course, just want to let you know that. But I love educating people on how to become better traders. That's why I created this channel. That's why I essentially have a trading community as well, where I send out signals for every single trade that I take, so you can kind of see what it's like to be kind of a, I wouldn't say professional trader, but I've been trading for over 15 years as my full-time job, so I guess you could say that. But for lack of better terms, it's a really cool experience. Check that out in your own time. Rates are increasing next month, so lock in your rates in November if you can. It's advantageous to do so. Now, that being said, we're going to take a quick look at the one-day chart for LRC and work our way down. And just note, moving averages are too far away, but I love the fact that RSI is still up over 70, and we could see that working as a support level here soon. The price could bounce. Now, bear in mind too, we are seeing some bearish qualities from LRC in general. We'll see if there's a potential turnaround, but if you look at the 4-hour chart, consistently lower lows and lower highs, and we need to be able to break that in order to feel comfortable with the position to the upside, right? So LRC is just kind of doing this traditional selling off from that significant increase we saw over the past, since November 4th, the price pretty much didn't stop until we hit the 10th, which of course was, Elrond. And that basically was that Elrond candle from Bitcoin where we lost 10% there. And the price has been kind of just selling off ever since, right? So that's kind of where we're at there for the 4-hour chart. Taking a look here really quick, RSI is bouncing up over 50. That's a great sign. That could be a potential support level here for us. So that might actually be the bottom. You never truly know, but that is a good sign. We've also got a little bit of waning qualities here with the volume, basically just implying that the price could turn around here soon, or that the bears are going to stop selling so much, and the bulls can effectively take control. That MACD convergence is on the horizon. Nowhere near, obviously, when you look at that, the price would need to ramp up pretty quick to be able to see that turnaround. But generally speaking, when you start seeing those oscillators start to dissipate, that's a good sign. Moving on to the 1-hour chart, let's take a quick peek here and kind of see what's going on. And with the 1-hour chart, there's a few key factors we want to look at. It's typically the Ishimoku cloud, kind of see where the price action is at. We're still below the cloud. It's typically referred to as a no-buy zone, or if you're going to short, that would be a consideration. But the fact of the matter is the price is right here at about 284, 283, and it's kind of just hovering right there around that potential support and resistance level. So it's potential resistance right now based on the fact that it kind of dropped below, but it could also be a support level too once it breaks above. So we're kind of just need to wait to see what happens here. If we can keep getting maybe some higher lows and higher highs in the 1-hour chart, we'll be in good shape. So for lack of better terms, we're not out of the woods yet because it's done this before and it's kind of gave us a couple of dead cats before and it just falls right off. Okay. So that's kind of the case. So I don't love the fact that we're under the cloud still. Let's see where TD sequential tells us that we're probably still kind of in a state of consolidation. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of 4s, 5s, and 6s and constant retrace thereafter. So again, not really bullish here in this sense of the word, right? Not really looking that great. So, big picture, the fact that we're under a major key level resistance tells me that 280 is one of those places that it's going to be, a situation that we gotta break above that first, right? If we can get the 1-day candlestick to break above the 1-day chart, that would be a key factor here. Because right now we keep making lower lows and lower highs, and it's trying to close above, but it's not quite there yet. We still have about 5 hours left in this trading cycle though. So what I could do is take a look at this again later and just kind of double check that for my patrons and maybe make another video in the near future, of course, because this is one of my daily videos that I'm trying to make because we get so many requests for it. But bottom line is a 1-day candlestick is what we ultimately need to see close above that key level support in order for it to act as a support, right? But keep in mind, LRC increased dramatically, right? 250% in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days. So 1 week we jumped up 250%. You shouldn't expect the price just to jump right straight back on target like it did before without any type of correction. And if you look at its history too, you can see that it took, a good 5 days to get back to its highest point. Okay, so hypothetically, we've got at least 3 or 4 more trading days before the point in which we see the all-time high getting tested at 387. But just say we were to come up there and essentially break above that level, then we'd be looking at a position of somewhere in the range of $7.48. So I do think in the next month, or just by month end rather, there's a likelihood of us seeing that. But we got to understand that LRC is still in a consolidation phase. It's still trying to kind of correct itself. And it jumped up too high, too fast, in my personal opinion, for it to recover and bounce up again quickly, right? Yeah, so again, history repeats itself for the most part, right? We will see a likely very similar pattern here, up here as well, but it's going to take a few more days. So, that being said, are we at the bottom right now? I don't know. It's hard to say it. We want to wait for the one-day candlestick to close. If we can get that one-day candlestick to close above that line, I think we're going to be in much better shape to effectively be able to understand that. So I might set my alert or my alarm for 5 p.m. Pacific. That's when the clock essentially strikes midnight over in, what is it, GMT, I think it is. It's 0100 at GMT. And what that basically just means is the one-day candlestick will close at that time. And I'll take another look at it once it closes, and we can kind of see if that's kind of a good case scenario. But we're not at the bottom yet, but I feel like we're getting close based on its history and the fact that it looks like it's trying to recover now, but it did that before. We've got a couple of dead cats in the past, and it's kind of just duped us out. Okay, so worst case scenario, the price drops down to the next major channel right around $2.47. But if you want to DCA your way into 280, there wouldn't be any harm in doing so. I don't think it's going to drop. The bottom's going to drop off. It's showing good resilience considering how high it went in just only 6 trading days. Okay, I mean, it averaged 50% growth every single day for 5 days straight. It has to come back down, right? There's just a natural gravity, right? So anyways, I hope you find this beneficial. Enough rambling on. Bottom line, my guess, speculation is 750 by month end. I think that's realistic, but we need to make higher highs and higher lows, at least on the 1 hour chart first, to be able to identify that. And then we need the one-day candlestick to close above that key level support level at about 280. So we'll find out here soon, the next 24 hours, if LRC is back in business or not. Thank you so much for joining me here. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. If you're not already a patron, definitely consider checking that out. And obviously, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great one. Take care.